Hello and welcome again. Let me see. Double check microphone levels. Yeah, it's fine. Right. So I wasn't actually sure if I was going to do an update on the Project Fat phase today, but then it came to me. It was supposed to be yesterday actually, but you know how I am. Nothing much has happened. You know, it gets like that. We've been doing this for like 3 months ish now. Every week, and not that much is discovered on a weekly basis. I went down again this week to 103.2 or 3 kilos, can't remember exactly, but approximately there, which is nearly 1 kilo since last week, if I don't remember entirely. It's about 1 kilo since last week. Not too concerned with the stats now, but it's down. It's in the kilo range, and that's what I like to see on a weekly basis. 1 kilo per week or thereabouts. That's more than fine. More than fine. Didn't go that well for a while. Now it is again. So we're nearing the goal of 100 kilos, which is, as you know, when I'm planning to start exercising. So what I wanted to do this little episode here is go through, if any of you are planning on starting this diet, and not that I recommend it per se from a health perspective. I don't not recommend it either. The only thing I can say about the ketogenic diet is it works. And it works in the sense that for what I'm using it for anyway, which is to lose weight without doing anything, just eating. What it works great for is if you don't want to count calories, you don't want to exercise, you just basically want to sit on your ass all day and eat fat food and still lose weight and gain muscle. I'm not sure if you're going to gain muscle. I did for some reason. And feel better and get rid of a lot of weird issues. It works. Well, I can explain it too in a sense, but I'm not going to go through that in this episode. I just want to say it works. Now, there is things about it that is not so good. For example, I did like the blood works here a couple of weeks ago, and my cholesterol did rise slightly, but it did rise, and since before the diet. So yeah, that's something to consider. I'm not going to lie about it. I'm personally going to keep going with it a little bit longer, do another blood works in a few months, see if it keeps rising or if it was a fluke. But I will say this: if you are on before you start on this type of diet, on a ketogenic diet, which is basically a high fat, low carb diet, test your cholesterol. If it's high already, you should probably find some other way of losing weight. But if it's normal, I wouldn't think it's a problem, at least for a limited number of time. I'm doing it for about 3 months now, and I'm 103 kilos approximately now. I started on 116 not even 3 months ago, 116 and a half actually. So it goes fast. What I want to talk about this time, finally we got to that part, is ketogenic snacks, because I'm not really that great at taking the time to cook stuff. I should, but let's face it, the reason many of us need to lose weight is because we also like to eat. I mean, and not eat healthy. So we have this urge to have something to snack on. And what can you snack on a ketogenic diet that is also a non-effort type snack? Like, you don't have to cook it for freaking ever to just grab it and eat it. Now, I will welcome your tips in the comment if you've been on the ketogenic diet or you are like a medical professional or something, which I am not. And again, I always suggest you check this out for yourself. I don't want to say do this, do that, because I'm not a medical professional. So that's like my disclaimer right there. But the things that I eat that is easy snacks that you can just pick up off of the shelf most of the things, and just have stored in your house or whatever for easy access. And keep in mind, snacks is like you can't survive on snacks. You need real food too. But this is like, we all want snacks. Otherwise we wouldn't be fat, right? Or chubby or stand to lose some weight even. All right, so there's a few things. Cheese and sausages, maybe together with some, what's it called, those little green things? Man, I can't remember the name of it now. Whatever, those little things that you put on pizza, you know, the green, bitter, berry-like things, man. Anyways, those, you know, just like little bowl of those things. Cheese, almost no carbs. So cheese is good with everything, really. Of course, check out the label of the type of cheese that you buy, but as little carb as possible in the cheese is not really a problem. I'm eating a lot of cheese, still losing weight. And sausages, I prefer some kind of like dry, hard type chili sausage or whatever kind of sausage. Something with a lot of flavor but dry. But that's up to you. Any kind of meat really, but just dry sausages, you can keep them around for a long time. And that together with cheese and some of those little things that I can't remember the name of right now. Awesome snack. Just sit there. Maybe a glass of red wine. Red wine is also fine. One glass, not a whole bottle. Then it starts becoming a problem. Red wine and that's actually a sophisticated type snack. It's much better than, you know, eating cheese doodles. So that's like one of my go-to things that I always keep around. The other thing, nuts. Any kind of nuts is that's not true. Many of the nuts are not that good. Like the best one you can eat that has the lowest amount, sort of as a rule, of carbs, is almonds. So almonds is generally good, but this is interesting. If you go to a kiosk or to a grocery store or whatever, have a look at all their selection of nuts. Even if they have like 5 types of almonds there's a huge difference in the amount of carbs in those almonds and in any nut. For example, I found some peanuts, some weird kind of roasted peanuts that I found that has nothing, almost no carbs in it, while as most peanuts has tons compared to almonds. So you have to look at the label, but just find something. You should be able to find something. And the general rule for things that you eat on a ketogenic diet is 5% of the total, you know, on the back there. 5% of the total amount of whatever in that food should be carbs, no more. So almonds and cheese and sausages, 2 of them. Any kind of above ground vegetable. Now that might be boring in and of itself, but make some dip for it. Like you can use just pure sour cream, for example. The fatter the better, obviously. Sour cream and, I don't know, cauliflower. That's one of my favorite things. Remember, there are no carrots or anything like that. Nothing that grows underground because they are full of carbs, but anything above is generally not. There are exceptions, but that's the general rule. So you can make garlic sour cream dip, for example, with that. It's awesome. Last thing that is mostly like, and this is I was very happy to find this because I love chips, potato chips. So you want that sort of salty, dry, crunchy thing to eat, right? Pork cracklings. You know those? Like the pork skin that has been fried. There is basically no carbs in them. And a lot of fat. These again depend. Some of them have high protein, not so much fat, and the other ones are the other way around. You want the ones with a lot of fat in it. Generally, the ones that looks more, shall we say, natural, homemade type with, you know, not that. Well, the more natural they look, the more healthy they are generally. So some of them are semi-artificially made. You shouldn't go for those. Go for the ones that has been fried in its own fat, basically. They are pretty healthy, relatively. So those will give you that. They will compensate for that lack of Doritos or whatever that you like to snack on. They are fantastic. All right, so that's my tips. I need more stuff though, so leave your comments. Leave your comments of keto-friendly, no-effort snacks, things you don't really have to cook, or that is very easy to cook, that you can just keep around forever, those kind of stuff. And let us know in the comments. I'll see you guys later.